Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream, or if you're watching this at a later date, possibly new, this will be known as Keith Condensed. Basically, it's a little like snippet of the live stream. So if you're interested in what I was talking about, feel free to join me on the live stream. I talk mostly investments at night. Sometimes, like today, we were just bantering literally about basketball and football and sports for like the last hour. So sometimes it's that kind of stuff, and sometimes it gets more investments right off the bat. Today, what I've been doing in the month of August is actually just doing a whole bunch of article reviews. And so today, I wanted to review an article about Starbucks. This comes recently with me bringing back my Starbucks mug. Anyway, so today I wanted to get into an article written on Barron.com by David Marino, and I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, Nashi-san? I don't know. Anyways, he says, Starbucks, here's what it offers income-focused investors. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the article here. Basically, what he was getting at in this article was that as far as an income investor goes, like Starbucks has basically said that they want to increase or give back to their shareholders about $15 billion, whether that be in buybacks or dividends through the fiscal 2020. So they got another 2 years. Basically, they're committed to giving back $15 billion. That's like incredible for anybody that's a shareholder and Starbucks. And basically, he was also getting at is that they're right now they pay a dividend about 2.8%, which they seem to be increasing every single year. While their stock did slip like 7% this year, this article was talking about how going into the future, there's a website called DivCon, and they give it a great system, and they actually rated it a 5 out of 5 as being likely into the future to raise their dividends going forward. And so as a like income focused investor where you're solely focused in on like not growth stocks, where you're focused in on bringing income by means of holding a company, holding equity in a company, basically using the DevCon grade, they're saying like this is a good company to be holding if you're looking solely for generating income on stocks. If you're like, hey, you know what, I don't want to do bonds, they're too risky, and maybe I could get some growth from Starbucks, but definitely as far as income goes, they plan on continuing to increase it every single year. So like might be a good idea for that reason. So if you were holding Starbucks originally for the growth, and now you're realizing like maybe Starbucks isn't going to grow. By the way, I think that they're supposed to be working on a partnership with Alibaba, which I kind of talked about in one of the last live stream, and the Coach Condensed video will be released here shortly. I think that they don't have much growth more here in like the United States, or definitely in the developed Western world. I think that if they are able to infiltrate like the Chinese market and also other markets that have been kind of, I guess, exclusive and not let anybody in for the longest time, and now have kind of like started to expose themselves to a little bit of what capitalism allows, I think that for them, like there could be a little bit more growth, but I think that as far as like dividends go and them increasing it, like it might be an idea for you to shift from that growth like idea of Starbucks into that like, hey, you know what, this could bring income into my account, giving me either the ability to reinvest those back into Starbucks, or taking that and buying other stocks that could potentially grow. Like, whoa, that was like crazy. Like we're about to tie my hands up in a knot. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. For me personally, Starbucks is not a company I hold, but I know that a few of my viewers definitely hold Starbucks. And so I kind of wanted to just bring this out here and add some value that, hey, you know what, maybe Starbucks might not be a good growth stock into the future, but as far as like income focused, that might be a better shift to go from that growth style stock to that income style stock, and looking at how that can help grow your portfolio by means of adding other growth stocks or adding more into that Starbucks portfolio. That way you can increase those dividends and start compounding it like that. Anyways, I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think that this would be something that you would be interested in as far as like an income stock, or do you think that Starbucks is not a good position hands down and that it's not something you're looking at buying? I would love to know your thoughts. I would also, I guess more importantly, like to know, do you think Starbucks still has growth? And if so, where do you see Starbucks' growth coming from? Because honestly, I don't see it personally. But anyways, it's your boy. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Peace out.